So NXT Takeover Brooklyn, New York just went off the air on the WWE Network, and I have to say, man, this is probably the best professional wrestling event I've seen this year thus far. It was longer than 2 hours, about 2 hours and 20 minutes, bell to bell. Um, go, Man, just I can't even find the words to describe how much I loved this event. I loved it from start to finish. Let's start it up with Jushin Thunder Liger versus Tyler Breeze. I love Tyler Breeze's entrances. Jushin Thunder Liger, for 50 years old, looked incredible in that ring. They had a good about 10-minute match, back and forth action, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful wrestling to look at, professional wrestling. Unfortunately, I thought just Jushin Thunder Liger winning wasn't the right move in my opinion, but I kind of understood it's his first time in the WWE and all that, but I thought Tyler Breeze should win and kind of have momentum going into the next weeks of NXT. But overall, I gave that match a solid 4.5 stars. Like, beautiful match for even the short time that they had. You know what I mean? And by the way, another thing I want to talk about that match is that how well those two guys worked in the ring. Like, I saw chemistry, and I think if they want to do another match, I think they can do that quite easily and actually be even more entertaining. If they can get if they can get like 10 more minutes, they can have a slobber knocker on our hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, that can be a slobber knocker and one that we will enjoy for the ages. You know what I mean? That's just me. But moving on to the card. Next match, which was really good to follow up this match, was the NXT Tag Team titles. The Vaudevillains with Blue Pants, which was awesome, defeated Blake and Murphy with Alexis Bliss. Now, this was a very good, very, very good tag team matchup. I like the chemistry between the Vaudevillains and Blake and Murphy. I think they work really well, in the ring. I've grown to like Blake and Murphy as a heel tag team, especially with Alexis Bliss. My God almighty. Look at them puppies. Woohoo! Anyways, moving on. Let the pigeons loose, baby. Shucky ducky quack quack. Woo! I'm rumbling around. Here we bring it back, baby. All right. The Vaudevillains, to me, are going to have a beautiful run as tag team champs. I want to see what they're going to do in the tag team tournament that was announced for Dusty Rhodes, the Dusty Rhodes Memorial Tournament, or whatever it's called. I'm sorry if I'm, saying the wrong name, because I heard it once during the show. But that was announced by William Regal. Within the next few weeks, we're going to see the tournament go in, and the finals of that tournament will be on the next NXT Takeover Live special, which will be Wednesday, October 7th. I cannot wait for that. But I gave this match a solid, I want to say 3.5, but something about this night, everything was a little bit better. Just, even if, it was just something a little bit better, something extra, I'm going to give this match a solid 4 stars out of 5. I think they did wonderful for the time they were given. I thought they worked very well. The maneuvers, the reversals were really good. They played the crowd beautifully, and I loved that. It made me that much more into the match. You know what I mean? And the camera work, was beautiful. Cameraman was looking at that cake of Alexis Bliss. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Then we got my man Apollo Crews, or Uwa Nation as I know him, versus a really interesting character in Ty Dillinger. He does the whole thing, 10 gimmick. He's perfect 10. And I liked it. He controlled the crowd really well. I think they should expand on that, not just as a jobber heel gimmick, but it's actually a good gimmick for a heel character in NXT. Uwa Nation, or Apollo Crews, is going to springboard like a motherfucker. He looked so strong. I just hope they don't feed him squash matches where they actually give him, like, people thought this was going to be a squash match. It was a good back and forth battle. Like, they showed Apollo Crews at his best and Ty Dillinger, and I like that. They both played the crowd, really well. They had really good in-ring chemistry, and I think they can have a small rivalry coming up from here. And I think they did a great job of showcasing two new stars, obviously one that they want to push and obviously one that they're not sure about yet, but I think they are after this event. And I gave this match a solid 3.5 stars. I think that it was a decent match. Apollo Crews showed some amazing stuff, and both of these guys, two young guys, showed incredible potential. You know what I mean? Moving on the night, I was waiting for this one. Samoa Joe defeated Baron Corbin in what was, in my opinion, a surprisingly very good match. Like, first of all, from the start of the show, Joe just entering like a badass was fucking amazing. Just with his theme song, just with, like, the badass Samoan walk. And there was a time in the match where he was doing the Boston I'm horrible with all everything in my head mixing up right now, so I apologize if I say it wrong, but it looked like the Boston Crab. Like, he was doing the Boston Crab and Baron Corbin, so he takes it and he goes like, yeah, like, like he was feeling the magic of the night, and it was so fucking beautiful. Joe looked amazing. Dude, I've been watching Joe since like 2005. He has never looked this fucking in shape. The guy is in shape. He is back. He didn't lose a step. He gained a few. You know what I'm saying? He fucking gained a few, and it was beautiful. I could not like this match more. It was a surprise. I thought it was going to be less than 10 minutes. It was like a 13-14 minute match, and motherfuckers, they delivered. It was a surprising night it was the surprise of the night. You know what I mean? I'd not expected to be this good of a match, and Baron Corbin actually putting up a fight, and Joe looking this good. Like, so well. It was a story told in that ring. They've building this up for a few weeks, and there was a story told in that ring that I really enjoyed, and I think that if you watch NXT Weekly, you enjoyed the story being told in that ring. I think that they showcased Joe beautifully, and he is such a badass in that ring. And Baron Corbin, he might have lost, but he's still a big heel in NXT. I'm going to give this match a 4 stars out of 5. I really enjoyed this. And honestly, when I was watching the match, I was like, man, this is so much better than I thought. You know what I mean? Then we go into the co-main event, which was hyped up by Stephanie McMahon. It was Bayley, the underdog Bayley versus the boss, the girl herself, Sasha Banks. By the way, awesome entrance, girl. I like the whole, Snoop Dogg bodyguards and, driving that gorgeous looking car. Just everything about that just makes her look so much more of a boss. And she lives that character, which I really like. This match is not probably the best women's match I've ever seen. Period. These girls had like 20 minutes and they went on. I mean, wow. I have never seen such great back and forth professional wrestling storytelling as well as sports entertainment in a women's match in one go. Just beautiful from start to finish. A beautiful story being told in that square circle and around it. An unbelievable physicality between two of these girls. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable how fans were into it. And they were screaming, "This is awesome. This is wrestling. NXT, Sasha Banks, Bayley." Beautiful, just everything from start to finish. The maneuvers that these girls did, I thought I would never see done by women, and I loved that. That's what I needed to see from this event, and it was so good. And honestly, I'm telling you, if you want to see an amazing women's match, if you have not seen this, do yourself a favor, buy the network for $9.99 and fucking watch this, because this was incredible, and it beat the Samoa Joe and Baron Corbin match. It was just so amazing. 5 out of 5, motherfucker. Hell, 6 out of fucking 5. This was perfect. I loved this. It was such a beautiful story how it all ended with all 4 of them hugging and revolutionizing the women's division NXT and going into WWE. I cannot wait to see what these girls have to offer and what new women's talent there's going to be in NXT. You know what I'm talking about? Moving on to the main event. My boy, Kevin Owens, going up against my other boy, Finn Balor, for the NXT title in a ladder match. Now, by the way, this event was longer than 2 hours. It was 2 hours and 20 minutes, as I said in the start of the video. Great ladder match. Physical. Creative. But more than anything, real. You felt when those two guys were knocking on each other, when those two guys were hitting each other, when the ladders were getting smacked, the creativity of their moves and how they utilized the surroundings for them was so real, and you felt that emotion, which I really liked. Like, this is what wrestling's been missing, and this event just made me love wrestling more and more by the minute. Like, I was just sitting like a little kid again. I was like, man, this is why I love professional wrestling. This is what got me into it. Thank you, NXT and the W. Thank you, Triple H, for letting these guys do what they do. I didn't like the finish because it was too cliche. Like, he sets up a ladder between a ladder and the apron, and, Finn Balor knocks him off, and he drops, and then and all that. It's a little bit too cliche. It doesn't take anything from the match, but for my taste, I think they could have done a lot of more stuff with it and more creatively, because throughout the match, we're like, man, that's awesome. Why can't it just keep getting more awesome? I think that's too picky, but that's just me. I gave this match a solid 4.5. 4.5, great match, deserved win by Finn Balor, even though I think Owens should have won. But my question is, right now, what does Finn Balor do from here? Tyler Breeze, he just lost to Jushin Thunder Liger. Baron Corbin, he just lost to Joe. Joe is a babyface. Apollo Crews just debuted, he's a babyface. He's not going to go against the Perfect 10 gimmick. So maybe even Sami Zayn returns, he's a baby. He ain't going against him. You know what I mean? So who will he face? That's going to be an interesting question to be answered on NXT this coming Wednesday. I would like to thank everyone for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed the show, because I know I did. If you do not see it, shame on you. Buy the network for just $9.99. And please do yourself a favor and watch NXT every Wednesday, 8, 7 Central. And watch these fucking TakeOver specials, because they're incredible. I gave this pay-per-view, well, see, I gave this 2-hour live NXT special a solid 10 out of 10, man. Just from start to finish, beautiful event. Beautiful to look at on camera, too, by the way. Beautiful, gorgeous job by the crew. Thank you for watching. Tell me what your thoughts on the event were. Rate me your matches. Tell me what you disliked and liked about the pay-per-view. If you like my videos, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like my videos, please dislike them. Tell me what I did wrong, because I'm trying to do this for your entertainment, people. Anyways, thank you for watching once again. Follow me on Twitter, link down in the description box below, and peace out, guys.